Hi guys, Mike here again. Hey, moving on from lockdown lessons to how to hear God's voice. And I've wanted to do this one for a while. I've just been sitting on it for several weeks. And the reason I wanted to do on how to hear God's voice is because I'm really aware that during COVID in particular, people are making big decisions. They're making lifestyle decisions. And it could have a massive effect on their life. And I just want to encourage us as we watch these videos to ask the question, how do we hear God's voice? First of all, if you read John's Gospel, you've got to come to the conclusion that God is alive. These are elementary things. It says in Hebrews 6, chapter 6, verse 1, therefore let us move beyond the elementary teaching. So we don't need to go deep, but we just move beyond the basics. And there's a couple of basics here to hear God's voice. And it's simply this: God is alive. John 7 talks about the sheep hear his voice. The sheep hear the shepherd's voice. Every single believer in Jesus Christ should hear the voice of God. And the third elementary teaching really is that God is Lord of our lives. Jesus is Lord of our lives. If he's not in control, then we're not a believer. So God's alive, the sheep hear his voice, and he's Lord of our lives. So that's moving beyond the elementary teachings of Hebrews 6. And in Hebrews 6, it mentions too that we need to repent of dead works. What's a dead work? A dead work is when you've made choices for your life. So, for example, I chose to go overseas when I was a brand new Christian pretty much, and I was determined that that was God, and it wasn't. It was a dead work, and I had to repent of that. It cost me a lot of money. I'll tell you about another time. The other part of that is we need to renounce the things that I did on my own. And sometimes we do stuff in life. We get into a relationship, we take a job, we do things, and we need to, when we come to our senses, repent of dead works. Those are our own choices, and we need to renounce the things that I've done on my own. And from there, we set ourselves up to hear the voice of God. More later. Bye.